330e, the 3 Series hybrid from BMW.
In case anybody is wondering why we look like smoking dragons, it's because it's really, really cold here today.
About -4.
Yeah. The 330e from BMW. It's wider, longer and taller, and you get more headroom and legroom in the back.
The 3 Series first appeared in 1975, yes, 1 year before I was born. This is the G20, it's a hybrid.
The range starts at just over 39,000. This model is the M Sport, which costs just under £49,000. The 330e is a plug-in hybrid and comes with a 2-litre turbo petrol engine with an integrated electric motor coupled to an 8-speed automatic gearbox. It gives you over 35 miles of electric range at a speed of up to 68 miles an hour. It's torquey too, with 420 Newton metres.
138 miles per gallon. It's got 19-inch wheels, which is part of the M Sport package. That also gives you adaptive suspension. We've got a heads-up display, and we also have BMW laser lights.
There are 7 models in the range, and if you're interested in the 318D, have a look at our review here. And doesn't it just pop in this portimao blue? It's beautiful. Speaking of that, I'll be looking at the exterior and the styling.
I'll be looking at the interior, the practicality, the functionality and the build quality.
Then we'll both be driving it, then I will bring you the verdict on whether or not this is the car for you.
If you like the latest car news, automotive shows and pretty much anything cars, why not subscribe to the channel? Please remember to give this a like and hit the notification bell as well. That way you'll be notified every time we upload some new content.
Thank you. The first thing you notice about the 330e is how beautiful it is. You have the signature BMW kidney grille badge above, and also the hexagonal detail here in the bumper, also in black, gives it quite an aggressive look, which is rather nice. It's got sculpted features here, beautiful body lines. Interestingly enough, there's nothing on the front that tells you that this is a hybrid. Maybe it wants to stay in stealth mode. When it comes to tech on this car, it's got all the bells and whistles. Our model comes with the BMW signature laser that we saw on the i8, which will curve around oncoming traffic to avoid dazzle, and if it can't do that, it will automatically dip. Very nifty. They're also automatic, and you get rain sensing wipers as well. We've got LED daytime running lights and fog lights. And when it comes to safety, we've got active emergency braking and lane keep assist, to name but a few. Our model comes with parking sensors, the optional Park Assist Plus, and a 360 camera which is connected to the BMW personal assistant. In the event of a collision, it will act as a recording device. Our model comes with cruise control, although you can get active cruise control with a driving package. And look, a front camera too, which is perfect for parking. As this is the M Sport and we have the additional M Sport package, it comes with 19-inch alloy wheels. However, there are other sizes available. It also comes with M Sport braking and adaptive suspension. The sloping line continues, and you also have subtle side skirts. You have all-round disc brakes which are vented, and just look at the size of them. Bigger than most people's wheels, and just the calipers alone would tell you that it's an M Sport. You have a modest M Sport badge here on the side. You have electrically operated power folding door mirrors with blind spot detection. It comes with keyless entry, and to aid you with getting in, these areas illuminate. There's black styling around the windows, which also is accented under the door mirror, and there is privacy glass in the rear. As this is a rear-wheel drive, the wheels are wider at the back with a lower profile tyre. Sadly, there are no more 3-door editions, however, it does look beautiful as a 4-door saloon. And this is the biggest difference between the 330e and all the other models. The plug-in port. The plug-in port is illuminated, and it's a Type 2 or home charge. You're met with a sporty look at the rear of the car. You've got titanium-style twin exhausts. You have a 2-tone bumper with side vents. Smoked rear lenses, which are LED. You've got the BMW badge, 330e. Ours comes with the optional M Sport rear spoiler. It has a shark fin aerial, reversing camera and parking sensors.
Let's see how easy it is to step into the BMW 330e. It's not the highest ride height, but at the same time it's not the lowest ride height either. Should be quite easy. Keyless entry as well, perfect. You've also got a grab handle here that folds down. And fully electric seat, nice and easy to reach. I can also see I've got a power tailgate as well, perfect for mobility. And this is where you release a petrol cap as well. Welcome to the interior of the new 330e. As you can see, I'm a little bit chilly. I'm even wearing gloves inside the car, but I've got the shades. But you need to look cool in this car because it's beautiful. It's very well finished, it's full of premium materials, and it's exactly what we've come to expect from BMW. Lovely, luxurious seats, quite subtly styled, figure hugging and electric too. Soft touch plastics, decent size infotainment screen that's moulded well into the dashboard, heads up display and very clear dials, with even a G-bar and Newton meters and horsepower and lots of other cool things. Very refined M Sport steering wheel, it is heated as well, automatic gearbox, and everything in here is just very well finished. It's comfortable, great driving position. When it comes to tech in this car, we have all-round electric windows, power folding door mirrors with blind spot detection, electrically adjusted and heated. To the right hand side you can operate things like your fog lamps. There's also other shortcut buttons there too. Moving to the steering wheel, cruise control on the left hand side and media controls on the right. You can also operate your fuel computer using this stalk here. Paddles on the back of the steering wheel, rain sensing wipers on the right and your lights on the left. Auto mode, laser, you name it, all singing and dancing. The cluster's an interesting one. You've got your speedo on the left and your rev counter on the right. With the button here you can cycle through the view of the cluster. I've got it set on Newton meters of torque and horsepower. There's also a G-bar, you can see your media, and set right behind you also have your virtual navigation as well, and that takes up the whole of the cluster and it does look great. You can also see which driving mode you're in. Currently it says hybrid. It shows you how much mileage you've got on electric mode. It also shows you a battery meter as well. To the left hand side you can see the range including combustion and electric. Mine's currently at 135 miles and that's just over half a tank. But bear in mind I have no charge in the battery currently. We'll be showing you how to do that later. Now with an M Sport car you can personalise pretty much everything. You can set up various driver modes. It does have DAB, it does have satellite navigation. It also comes Apple CarPlay ready. And if you've got an Android, Samsung Galaxy with a various operating system, I can't remember which exact one, I'll put it in the description, you can actually use it as a smart key for the car. You have home at the top left. You can also set quite a lot of the car's settings because you can personalise your experience. And one cool feature, when you press sport you get various sport modes at the bottom. You can also tune parts of the car as well. Suspension, setup, you name it, through sport, hybrid, electric, adaptive. We also have Park Assist Plus on this car too. Now the interesting part about the 3 Series is you can buy driving packages. There's 6 to choose from. We'll go into detail in the driving section. However, we have an M Sport which gives us things like adaptive suspension, brakes, etc. We also have the new personal assistant by BMW and you can ask it questions. It also understands gesture control. And if you want her to burst into life, hey BMW, is my oil level okay?
Engine oil level measurement currently inactive. If the problem recurs, have it checked by your service partner.
By that logic, I should probably have the engine running. Well, we live and learn. Anyway, that's how it works. Front demister, rear demister. We have climate control. It's tri-zone. You've also got shortcut buttons as well, including heated seats. Below that, a little dial for the volume on the stereo. And this has Wi-Fi too. We also have the uprated Harman Kardon system. You can operate your stereo system with some of the shortcut buttons here, including the volume dial. You have a USB, wireless charging pad and 12-volt socket. Behind that you have your media rotary dial. Shortcut buttons. To the right hand side, automatic gearbox with reverse, neutral, drive and manual and sport to the left. So just knock it left and you enter sport mode. To the right hand side you can disable your traction control, cameras, parking sensors, and you can also see your battery levels as well. And here's your driving mode: sport, hybrid, electric, adaptive. You also have auto H, which is auto hold, and that's for your handbrake. You have hill start assist as well. And finally, one USB-C in here. We also have an auto dimming mirror, power sunroof and individual reading lights as well. When it comes to practicality, as you can see, I've got ample headroom. My seat's not as low as it could go as well. It's very comfortable in here. I have a nice wide armrest. Lovely finish, and 2 people can get their arm on it, so that's perfect for your passengers. Nice padded area on the door as well where you can rest your other arm. Footrest, very supportive seats, all electric with electronic lumbar support. And memory functions on the door as well. Steering wheel has reach and rake. It's also heated. Now our model also comes with M Sport seatbelts. As it's an automatic, you've got 2 pedals. Storage wise, decent sized door bin. You can fit some snacks at the back, and it's got a dedicated separate section at the front for a bottle. When it comes to the middle, soft opening storage point where you can store your mobile phone. As I mentioned, wireless charging pad as well, with the addition of 2 cup holders. Centre armrest, you get your whole lunch in there. It's also illuminated. Glove box, ample size. Now BMW have increased the aperture, meaning this is higher, which means it should be easier to get in. Let's find out. Nice wide opening doors. Remember, at my height, 6'3", to duck down. Once in here, you can see I'm very comfortable. I'm very well supported, considering this is a rear seat. Also a grab handle. And once in here, as you can see, I have ample headroom. I can sit here very comfortably, even with the seat set at 6'3". 2 passengers would be very comfortable on a long journey. I've also got this pull down armrest as well. 3 adults, shorter journeys, 3 children, no problem. Also ISOFIX points. And I do really love these M Sport seat belts. It's very comfortable, it's very supportive as well. Lovely finish, stitching. And you can tell there is more headroom in the back of here, you really can. You also have more legroom as well. As this is BMW, you're hard pushed to find any hard plastics anywhere. There are some for the door pocket, but up here, soft touch, lovely padded area with stitching, lovely armrest, and there's mood lighting throughout the car as well. You have an electric window, and as I mentioned, decent cup holder. It's quite sizable considering it's a back door. That's also illuminated. As for the mood lighting, well, you can change the colour too. You also have individual reading lights, grab handles above each door, airbags throughout the vehicle, and the centre, you also have a 12-volt socket and 2 USB-Cs as well. The seat has a nice recess here. It's quite a big space, and the sunroof gives you more light as well. Stepping round to the boot of the car, I can pop it using the button on the key fob, or I could use the button on the car. There's also a button on the tailgate to close it. Once open, the first thing you'll see are charge cables. Yes, this is the hybrid. We have a Type 2 in the bag. We also have a home charger as well. You have 460 litres of space, and look, virtually no boot lip. Reinforced plastic as well. 40-20-40 folding seats that are released with a lever under here. Extra storage to the left hand side with this netted area. There's also a boot light here. Lift up the floor, and look, extra storage. Now you're asking, why is there no inflation kit or a jack? Well, this car's fitted with run flat tyres. With that seat configuration, and if you want to drop the centre, you can put longer loads in. Perfect. Welcome to the Lake District. We're on our way to Windermere. We're in the BMW 330e. It's powered by a 2-litre turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. It also has an electric motor that is 52 kilowatts. It's a combined system called eDrive. It's 200 kilograms heavier than a standard BMW 3 Series. However, it would be even heavier if it wasn't the combined unit. It also has an 8-speed gearbox as well, with various driving modes, including Extra Boost. 252 brake horsepower, unless you use Extra Boost. Yes, that is my favourite part, so we're going to be honing in on that. I really do love it, but when you see a launch from this car, you'll know why. This mode will give it 293 brake horsepower. It'll pull 0 to 60 in around 6 seconds, but it feels far quicker.
It does, doesn't it?
Well, that's the combination, isn't it? Of
Yeah.
combustion engine and electric motor. It just gives you...
Well, that's it. Right from the start, an electric boost is just it's gonna feel like, throw back here, guys.
It's like turbo boost.
It's gonna feel like you're launching a Viper from Battlestar Galactica.
Or Straight Hawk, or Knight Rider.
No, I'm still going with a Viper. Speaking of that, it corners like one.
Well, it does have adaptive suspension, you've got a sports mode, and this is an M Sport setup
I was
as well.
about to say, it's not just adaptive suspension, it's M Sport suspension too.
It is.
Yeah.
M Sport brakes. Refinement in the cabin is very nice on a bad road, considering we're running 19-inch wheels with low-profile tyres. It does get a bit noisy, but on a decent road, my word, it's whisper quiet, but it has to be, because you could be running on pure electric.
Prices for this model start at just over £39,000. Ours is just over 48 with options, so we have 5 driving packages. We've got the visibility package at £1,500, the technology package at £1,900, the premium package which is £1,700, a comfort package which is £990, the M Sport Plus package at £2,200.
The packages Annabelle mentioned include things like M Sport brakes, adaptive suspension, high beam assist. We also have optional laser as well. It also includes some of the inserts on the interior as well. M Sport seatbelts, that kind of thing. For a full list, visit BMW.
But it's nice because it means you can really make this car your own, isn't it?
Yeah, you can really personalise the BM. Speaking of personalising, you have a personal assistant. Hey BMW!
Hello. What can I help you with?
Well, nothing today, but thank you.
I'm going to press the home button now to see if we can disengage with that. But as you can see, she sounds very nice. Here we go.
Up to 138 miles per gallon, which is quite astounding, to be honest. I think I was averaging 100 miles per gallon. It's a very quiet unit unless you're flooring it. You've also got pure electric as well. It's very peppy, and my word, from a launch it's like a flaming rocket. Gets up to motorway speeds in next to no time, and then continues up to autobahn speeds, I would expect. Fabulous engine. Combination of that with this 8-speed gearbox as well. Seamless gear changes. If you're in sport mode, it will hang around in a gear as well, knowing damn well that you will be using the rest of your revs. When you're in extra boost mode, you can also see a bar on the right hand side which shows you how much of your boost you are using. Below that you've got a charged level as well. It shows you how much power you've got left in your battery. Gearbox, at no time is it unresponsive. It's spot on. For example, if I kick down now, instant, as you heard. Combine that with very weighted steering, gives great feedback, very responsive as well. With the adaptive suspension and sports mode as well, it becomes more like a train. It's like it's on rails.
The driving experience is very refined. The steering waitens up nicely on a back road.
It really does. But it's nice and light, isn't it, when you're doing manoeuvres. You've also got a 360-degree camera. I mean, I can just do this kind of thing. Sorry.
It's okay. They've got a nice little head wobble there.
We've got rear wheel drive as well. Feels well planted all the time. Doesn't blow around in winds, and just, it is a refined driving experience like Annabelle mentioned. When you're going around corners, it just grips. It really does. I mean, that is going to be helped with adaptive suspension and the fact that you've got 19-inch wheels, and I think they're 255 wide at the back as well. Listen to that whisper quiet launch there.
Yeah, there's more noise coming off your squish from your jacket than there is from the engine at that point.
Safety wise, well, the car has quite a lot. Blind spot detection, lane keep assist, bicycle detection, pedestrian detection, automatic emergency braking, collision detection, and you can also get active cruise control with start stop.
Clear.
Clear?
Yeah.
Oops. Oh, little kick there. Back off.
Ow.
Sorry. Rear wheel drive. Little lively.
Little kicky.
And probably
like
still in extra boost mode.
Yeah, I reckon that you probably are.
Let's find out. I am. There we go, up to the limit.
At least I had a super song of warning then.
You did.
Unlike the Junction.
Yes.
Speaking as a passenger, it's very comfortable. The buckety seats hold you very well. And even though it's a lower ride height with low profile tyres, it's not bumpy really. You get a little bit of bounce because obviously you're going to. It's an M Sport.
I was going to say, unless you're in sport mode, and then you can really make it grip, and it does become stiff. Put it in a cupboard or something. Thank you.
Put it in a burn. All time.
You're not seeing that pothole?
Yeah, I know, but you sounded like something off Bob's Burgers then.
Thank you.
No, I like potholes.
Well, I say, if you're in sport mode, you will feel potholes. It gives you so much feeling of the road through the car. It does feel like you're connected.
But as a passenger, it doesn't really give you a bone-jarring experience. It's very comfortable.
Well, that's what you want as a passenger, isn't it?
It is.
As a driver, you want to be able to flick a switch, press a button, whatever, and then turn it into a racing car.
Exactly.
Well, that's what I want.
What is the best of both?
Let's put it in sport as well.
Viper.
The difference between having that shifter to the right and the shifter to the left is quite phenomenal. You put your foot down now and it's quick. You put it in sport and it's quicker, like considerably. Cornering wise, well, I have to back off.
But there's very little body roll as a passenger even when you're doing that, which
Well,
is
look
nice.
at this now. This is quite a sharp corner, isn't it?
But it handles it with ease, and I'm comfortable as a passenger. It's nice.
Exactly. Brakes wise, M Sport makes perfect sense. M Sport calipers, M Sport discs, vented all round, electric handbrake, and you also have an auto hold function there as well.
The beauty of the 330 is you have regenerative braking, which means you are putting power back into the battery whenever you brake. And the thing we've noticed about it is, unlike pure EVs, you can't tell it's happening. It's seamless.
In sport, you get a really lovely burble, and you also have the power there. Should probably charge it. The charging port is on the left-hand side in this car. You also have a petrol cap to the right side. You can either charge with a home charger or Type 2. It's about 3.5 hours on a Type 2. Plug it in on the side of the vehicle. You can also, in the personal assistant, set the voltage and things like that. So you can actually make sure that it's going to be safe for the car. Perfect. Sport we go. Already dropped the gear in anticipation, and
I might get a little label and change that to Viper, so for others, so that they will know.
well, you can tell this car's fast. Just look at my hair.
Well, exactly that.
Most people aren't going to be driving this car to be driving it like me. Well, some will, obviously. You can just potter through these villages. It's got two sides. You've got this raucous side with the electric motor and the 2-litre turbo, and you've got just pure electric where you can just saunter along with no noise whatsoever. Reminds me of the i8 in that way. Look at that. Check the grip. Oh my word. Fantastic. Because you've got your driving modes here, they will tailor your experience. So sport will make it stiffer, it'll make it more responsive, like so. Electric, quite self-explanatory, you'll be running on pure electric. Hybrid, it will combine the two.
It's a perfect blend of ease and performance. You've got the electric mode where you can just pootle the way I would kind of do, and the M Sport for the Benz of the world where you can just boot it. And it does it with ease and with style.
And adaptive will do it all itself.
The new 3 Series Saloon has 7 models to choose from, and the one we have here is the plug-in hybrid, offering up to 138 miles to the gallon, and has regenerative braking, and the range starts at just over £39,000. The 330e comes as the SE, the Sport and the M Sport, and the one we have here is the M Sport, and it comes with a 2-litre turbo petrol engine that has an integrated electric motor, and it's coupled to an 8-speed automatic gearbox. Now available as a Tourer and comes with xDrive.
Standard features include park assistant and preheating of the interior. There are 6 packages to choose from, and options include the visibility package, which gives you high beam assist, and the technology package, which includes a heads-up display, to name but a few. With over 40 years of BMW ingenuity, this 330e may be the hybrid saloon you've been looking for.